Hello and welcome to the 6th Street Underground podcast, a Zenless Zone Zero fan cast discussing all things ZZZ. My name is Eric Sorensen, and I'm joined today by my co-host, Brian Southard. Brian, how are you doing today?
Oh, just peachy.
That's everything I wanted to hear.
Well, I guess technically I'm doing black cherry vanilla since that's the water I'm drinking.
It would be really rough to have our first episode of a podcast be like, how are you doing? You're like, I'm awful. I'm terrible, and I don't want to do this today.
Well, I mean, sometimes you just gotta be true to yourself.
It's day one, and this is the job, and we're gonna do it.
I'm here. I'm doing this against my will. Please send help.
Of course. We'll put a phone number to help Brian in the episode notes. Brian, talk to me about ZZZ, man. What have you been up to? Where are you at? What characters are you jamming out on lately?
So I actually haven't progressed the story in a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm still at the point after dealing with Bellabog and all of their issues.
Okay.
So I've been kind of sitting on the story for a bit.
Okay. Who are you playing? What's your team?
So I got Zhu Yuan, Bay, Cop Bay.
Okay.
And then I've got the hard to get Nicole and Ambi team as the other two. So I've been finally leveling up their skills because it turns out if you level up all three of your characters, you perform better than if you just rely solely on DPS.
Yeah, you want to build one, and you realize, you know what? I have to use these others, and it's going to be a bad time if I switch over and they just get stomped or don't do anything. Are you enjoying Zhu Yuan? I did her demo, and I played. Like, you get to play as her some during the part that you're about to get to. I guess. Oh, that's if she's fun, but, like, I assume she is.
I mean, I like her. She's got, like, a kind of neat gun kicky thing going on.
Okay.
So that's fun. Ambi, she hits things, and then I have her do her spinny thing to build up stagger. And then Nicole shoots things with her briefcase.
And you swap back over again.
But, I mean... so I haven't really played with too many of the other characters, so I haven't gotten a feel for how really anyone else plays.
Cool. Yeah, I remember I really liked her mobility. We're in a really neat spot because I've mainlined this dang game, so all the stories done so far, all the quests I could find are done. I'm waiting for more content, so it's good to be in a place where we're at, where you're kind of in the middle of things right now, and I'm towards the end. To help kind of work through what we're talking about. Good news, though. The reason that we wanted to start up today is we've got a new version coming.
I made friends with the cat. I didn't tell you.
You made friends with the cat?
Yeah.
You made... Really?
Yeah, the black cat that was in the alleyway, I got points towards her friendship.
Now, that is the only thing I haven't friended, full friended. Apparently, you can, get her to join your... house. you can get her in the house eventually, and I just haven't felt like grinding out the friendship and finding her at night. That needs to be the new focus, I think.
I did it accidentally.
That's the way to do it.
I didn't know you actually had to hunt them out to be friends with them.
I think it's you probably don't. I'm sure people out there have, but I guess it's she. The cat only shows up at night, and if you walk into that alley, you can trigger the scene. So, presumably, if you just went every time it was nighttime, you would find Inky enough times, and then they'd be your bae.
Oh.
But I keep forgetting I need to do that when it's nighttime in the nighttime cycle, and I'm like, just go to sleep, start it over, what's on in the morning, let's trigger the next thing, and forgetting I have a cat to talk to. Brian, did you get the chance to watch the 1.1 program video?
No.
It's okay to say no.
I did. I watched the video where... Zhu Yuan turned into a tomato, and then she got licked. So I like that one.
I don't know what this advertising sequence is. If you haven't seen it, it's amazing. It's just like Zhu Yuan as a tomato. And then she gets chased by Chingy, I think, and licked. It's fun. That's actually good news, Brian, because I wanted to talk to you about all the cool things that we're getting in version 1.1, kind of talk our way through it. Just a quick flag. It should be obvious, but if you're trying to go into 1.1 completely blind, we're going to talk about some of the story that's been teased so far. So this is your official spoiler warning before we jump into it. But I just wanted to walk you through like some of the fun things that we know are coming down the pipeline. First of all, if you get the chance to watch, it's like 15 minutes. You should watch it. It's great.
Wait, 15 minutes?
It's like 15 minutes. That's not long.
That's not a preview. That's just an episode.
There's a lot they have to talk about. There's a cosplayer dressed up as Belle, and she does a very good job. We got a trailer for the next version, which is kind of a weird parallel with where you're at right now, because I think it's going to be another intermission chapter after chapter 3, and it's going to focus on the PubSec squad again. So that's good news for you. We're dealing with some bad guys calling themselves the Mountain Lions. They've been doing violent crimes, brutality, bad stuff. A member of that group is a character named Jane Doe, who we're going to talk more about.
I know that one. I heard her name. I've heard her name before.
We've seen it. You've seen the buzz online. We're all very excited for Jane Doe and the way she looks and moves and does. We also had 2 other characters teased that we're going to talk about. We got Qing Yi, who she showed up during that second intermission helping out Zhu Yuan, kind of her android robo buddy. And we have a new character announced, Seth, who we're going to talk about in just a second. But it looks very exciting. I love the groove and the music that they put into it. It's really, it's all the ZZZ music. There's so much funk and soul to it. So it looks like it's going to be another intermission piece. After we saw the version trailer, we got introduced to some of the new characters coming out. The first I want to talk about is Qing Yi. We have seen Qing Yi in the story already. Like I said, she was the one hanging out with Zhu Yuan. I don't remember if we got to actually play as her on the team or not.
I can confirm I have not played it.
Your point, you have not played as her yet.
But I do see Shark Tail Girl at the arcade every day.
Ellen's at the arcade. We all love Ellen. I love Ellen. So it looks like Qing Yi is going to be our first S-rank character for the patch 1.1. So it's going to be the first half. So when the current banner ends, she'll be next. She's an Electro Stunner. So the same role as Lycone or Ambi. Yeah. And she's on the same squad as Zhu Yuan. So kind of preemptively, she might be a really good fit if you're building that Zhu Yuan team.
Can I drain all the resources I put into Ambi and put them into New Girl, assuming I don't lose the 50-50 gotcha?
Absolutely not. But the W engine will cross over. So if you've amped up the W engine.
Yes, the W engine. The engine that provides W's.
Yeah, your not weapon that we all carry around. That's kind of the unfortunate part for all these games is, like it's gotcha game power creep. You get a new character, you're like, oh, let me start from square one. So the way she operates, she builds up an electric charge that they're calling like flash connect voltage, I think, when she does electric damage. And what we know so far is that either some of or all of her basic attack string triggers electric damage. I imagine for like gameplay's sake, it's going to be like the last hits in her string generate electric damage instead of just physical damage, so that you're actually incentivized to keep her on field more and actually use those attack sequences. But when she gets enough energy, she pops off and goes into like an overcharged state where she does tons and tons of stun damage, which we like stun. We've got a DPS character we like when the enemies are stunned, so they take more damage and they stop hitting me. So she might be like I said, she might be a really good fit for Zhu Yuan, because Zhu Yuan is so like bursty, right? Like you really want to get her built up so that you can like get a stun off and just unload with as much damage and ults and skills as you possibly can, right?
I just click the mouse and it makes pain happen. So that's my strategy. I know this game is based on like fighting games. Which I am notoriously awful at. So when in doubt, just button mash it out.
Just click the buttons a lot. I mean, the video clips I've seen of her, it's a lot of like you just want to be clicking a lot until the thing says do this and then you do that thing. I want to do a later episode, Brian, where we talk about like rolling in a little bit more like focus, because I'm not going to talk about it too much right now. But she might be a good partner for Zhu Yuan, but like you referenced earlier, she's coming out right after Zhu Yuan. So either you get lucky you have a good stockpile, or you start swiping. So we'll see.
Or you forgot option 4.
Yes.
You take out a second mortgage.
Yes. Yeah, you just mortgage your house, sell your child. You only need one kidney if you really think about it.
Digital waifus are used as collateral in some banks.
At some point, I assume the gacha company will just send a repo man to your house to collect the organs for you. And they'll just be like, thanks for the liver chunks. Here's your android.
Look, I got 2 kidneys. I don't need them both.
One of those is just free money sitting around.
I'm not putting it to good use. That poor thing is getting abused.
They did not list who's going to be on her banner during the actual video. I've seen some like possible leaks about who's going to be on her banner, but I don't want to put a stamp on it until we actually see it. With all of these characters, once they're out and we have the chance to play with them more, we can kind of come back and actually do a deep dive and talk about the characters some. But speaking of characters, let's talk about the one I'm most excited about, which is
Anton.
Damn, you got me. You knew it. I'm trying to get him so bad. It's Jane Doe. It's the rat mommy that everyone's super excited about on the internet.
But who is Jane Doe?
Who is Jane Doe? That's a good question. I can tell you what I know about Jane Doe, and I can tell you something that I haven't mentioned yet about the trailer that's kind of exciting.
Is it the fact that she is a rat mom?
It is not, but that part is exciting. And she wears a bomber jacket, which I'm super into. Jane Doe is going to be a physical anomaly DPS. She's all about building up this, like, something they're calling a passion state. And then when she enters the state, a little bit like Qingyi, when she goes into that mode, she just does like tons of fast attacks and generates a wild amount of anomaly to pop off. And whenever she does anomaly things, like she gets stat bonuses and stuff. One of the things that's going to be interesting about playing with her is the way anomaly works is a little bit different. Your opponents can't have 2 anomalies on them at the same time, right? So if you trigger an anomaly, let's say you're playing with fire, you trigger a fire anomaly, the enemy starts burning and they take burning damage. If you then trigger an electro anomaly, that debuff, like the ticking fire dot, it doesn't just vanish. It does a big lump of damage. Like it does all of what would have been a dot as a big burst, and then the new anomaly goes on. Does that make sense?
Yes, maybe.
So
fire go boom if too much electric.
And the fire go boom and then ticks, right? Because we love some dots.
Yes.
It does a dot tick. But if you trigger a different anomaly before that fire's done ticking, it just takes all of that what would have been done and just throws it on real quick.
So it's the J.G. Wentworth of damage. It takes your structured settlement and gives you a lump sum of damage.
It's a lump sum of damage right here, right now.
Okay.
And Jane Doe, as far as I know, really cares about that disorder state. So you want to be like, generate one disorder, and then switch to Jane Doe, and quickly build up a physical disorder, because physical just does like a big burst of damage. Rinse and repeat as much as you possibly can. And it'll be fun. It's a different play style than what we kind of have for most characters right now, because we've got a lot of like Zhuyuan and Ellen or DPS. They want to hit enemies while they're stunned.
Yeah.
Anomaly looks like it doesn't care about that as much. So anomaly teams might be a little bit weird here at first. Right now we're thinking that like maybe Jane, Seth, and Grace, and we'll talk about Seth in just a second, would be a really solid team. Or Jane, Grace, and Rena.
Oh, those are the 2 I got.
Yeah, you have those 2.
The ones I have no use for.
The ones I want so bad and do not have. I would kill to have Grace and Rena on my account. And you're like, they're not for me.
It is desire sensor.
That's exactly
I had no interest in them, so the game was like, here, have these.
Some moms.
The problem is I can never roll for Jane Doe. Because if I roll for Jane Doe, I will somehow not get her within the 180 guarantee.
You'll get 176 and run out of resources.
Or, my game will glitch and it'll be like, sorry, we refunded all of it, but in the form of B-rank W engines.
Yes, and you get it. But also, like, if you did get her now, you'd have 3 whole characters to build. So you'd be like, I got Jane Doe. I'll use her in 3 months. Like, someday I'll get the chance to use this character. She looks fun, man. What I did not mention yet that's exciting, during the video, we get a glimpse of, or we are going to experience Jane Doe's combat before her banner comes out, because we're going to fight her.
Why are we fighting her?
I mean, presumably it has something to do with the whole, like, undercover thing. Like, I didn't mention that. I should have said this a while ago. The whole patch is called, like, R&B Undercover. Undercover R&B. So clearly Jane Doe is, I say clearly, my assumption is that Jane Doe is she's a rat. Literally.
I was going to say, I was like, the rat is a rat.
She's the rat. She's a rat. She's...
It's sort of like Nekomata, where they're like, who could possibly be in the Red Fang gang? Here's a character that wears red and has fangs.
Nah, that can't be it. Yeah, so she's clearly like trying to climb the ranks of this gang, and part of that, to make it believable, I assume, is that she's gonna fight us, and we're like, even her team's gonna be like, we have to sell it that like we're trying to beat her because we can't blow her cover or whatever it is. I mentioned Seth. Seth's a new character that we're getting. He's an electro defender, also in the public security squad. He's able to provide allies with a shield buff, in addition to having a pretty big anomaly buff for his party. So, like, shield's great, anomaly buff is great. If you're playing another anomaly character, like Jane.
Is he going to be the first defender character, or is there one out already?
We have one now. We have Ben.
Who the hell is Ben?
Ben's the big bear dude?
Oh, I've got Ben.
Yeah, you probably have Ben.
That explains why I had no idea how to use him, because I was like, I use his abilities. I'm like, I don't know what this ability did. It didn't do damage like Zhu Yuan does.
Yeah.
Zhu Yuan, I press buttons and pain comes out.
Ben moves slow. His dodge feels weird. He can't sprint, but like it's all about like when he uses his skill, he blocks damage and then as a counterattack if you can time it right.
That explained everything, because I can't time anything right. The perfect the parries, the perfect parries, those are always a fun surprise when I actually time them right.
It's the big gold flash.
I was like, oh no, I was panic dodging and I accidentally hit the space bar and it worked out. And then other times I panic hit the space bar and then I just have my entire roster eat hits for no reason.
Yeah, they all just get bounced around for a while.
It's skill issue.
You're sharing the load. You're sharing the damage.
The younglings say.
As the young hip people say.
The hippity hops.
The most important part of Seth Bryan, one, he has a charge blade.
Nice.
He has a shield and a baton. Then he puts the baton in the sword. It's a shield, and now it becomes a big old sword, and I love it. But also, interestingly, and I don't remember which video I saw this on, when he triggers a team assist, you know how like when you use your supporter and you trigger an assist, it lets you switch to the next character in line?
Yeah.
He switches to the character previous. So his assist goes forward, not backwards, as far as I know.
No, it goes backwards, not forward.
So it goes the opposite direction that we're used to. So like that could be really fun to be able to like toggle back over to your anomaly builder or whatever it is on your team.
There's no way I'm gonna screw that one up.
It's not gonna get confusing at all.
Fortunately, the game is very nice. If you screw up, you just hit spacebar a bunch until the right person shows up.
Yeah, no, exactly. You just keep going and they'll cycle through. Seth's a rank character, so you can't really roll for him as much as like he's just on the banner to roll for, and you'll get him hopefully.
Oh, okay.
We know he'll be on Jane's banner, so like that part was confirmed, and that makes sense because, like I said, he kind of is built to buff Jane, even though in the video they're fighting each other.
Oh, it's like all those romance novels where enemies become lovers.
Enemies become lovers. Rat moms date femboy cat boys. It's a good game.
Oh, I get it. It's a game of cat
and mouse.
Cat and meows.
Yeah.
I'm picking up on the subtle story beats.
Listen, man, do you write for the company? Because this feels like you know everything that's going on.
I didn't want to tell you, but I'm actually Mr. MiHoYo himself.
I forgot.
Yes.
Yep, that makes sense. Couple of quick other things to kind of like highlight. One, we are finally getting our Bang Boo Officer Kui.
Bang Boo.
CUI. He's your PubSec buddy. He has physical damage. He's gonna get an extra buff if you have two people from public security in your party. Cool. I have no idea how good it'll be, so I'm not going to talk about him too much. But we all love all the Bang Boos, so it's okay. During Jane's story, like the little videotape events, the stories you can do?
Yes.
The archive?
Yeah.
We get to walk around 6th Street and the big city hub as Jane Doe.
Oh,
which is
okay.
exciting. The devs said that like they did hear feedback. They are working on making it so you can walk around the overworld with any of your characters. Right now it's just Jane Doe, but that's exciting to be able to walk around as Jane in the world. As I love Belle, but I also like the idea of being able to walk around as my other characters.
I want to walk around as a bear.
Yeah.
I want to be Ben. I want to just. I don't know.
The one who now know who exists.
Yep. Now that I know he exists, he's my favorite.
I'll never use him.
I'll never use him, but if I can have him be my mascot,
that'll be my Nicole, right? That'll be the. We'll do this year in retrospective on our podcast. Going, who's your character you rolled for, knowing you'll never use them, but you like watching them walk around town, and you'll be like, it's Caked Up Cop. Cake Cop. So other things, there's an expansion for Hollow Zero coming out. Won't go into too much detail. At the end of Withering Garden, which is like the big middle part of Hollow Zero, you fight Nineveh. This new expansion, it skips the TV part. You go straight to fighting Nineveh. We don't know a lot about it. I like the idea of skipping straight to the boss fight. Hopefully it still gives those tickets that we need, or those coupons and things. Hopefully like that can take the place of some of our weekly Hollow clearing. So when you clear the Hollow Zero, you get like red, blue, or yellow coupon things that you can use towards the well, that's sort of cricket sound effect.
What the hell are you talking about?
When we get done recording, I'll share my screen and show you what I'm talking about. It's a new Hollow Zero update. It's permanent. 1.1's big event is called Camellia Golden Week. It's kind of playing off the whole Golden Week thing. This is one of those ones.
I have read enough slice of life mangas to know exactly what you're referring to.
I've played Persona. I know what this is. It's lots of mini games and things, and like you're doing tasks to get resources. A lot of there's some TV based mini games they tease are like rhythm games and things. I know how much you love a rhythm game.
Oh God, rhythm! I've got the rhythm. Beep beep bop boop bibbity skibbity zip zap.
I love a rhythm game. I don't think I've ever seen you play a rhythm game.
I play Arrhythmia games.
Anyways, from MiHoYo history, you won't have to be like Guitar Hero God to get all the resources. I do like that they keep releasing things that aren't just like go fight stuff. It's like they're really experimenting with what they can do within the format. We're also getting another event called First Class Summer Service, where we repair people's TVs in a mini game. It looks like it might be another rhythm-based game, but we only saw like a little glimpse of it. We get an event called Daily Life of a PubSec Officer, which is a non-combat event. We're walking around, talking to characters, enjoying the world. It should be relaxing, should be fun.
Do we get to be Officer Mew Mew?
Man, I hope we get to be Officer Mew Mew. I saw a picture where Officer Mew Mew took off their head, and it was Zhu Yuan inside.
I was going to say, I saw that same picture. It looked adorable.
And I was like, oh, that's really cute. And I was like, there's somebody on the internet who's really excited about how sweaty Zhu Yuan would be inside that cat suit. And then I moved on.
Why'd you have to take it to a weird place?
Should I clip that or just leave it in?
No. You have to leave your accidental fetishes in.
I'm not wrong. It's not me. Let me clarify. I've told my wife the same thing. It's not me, but somebody.
I swear to God, I am not into sweaty women in cat suits.
I think we're all a little bit into sweaty women in cat suits. So there's another event called Scene One, Shot One. We take selfies and take pictures for rewards. They're also adding in filters, poses. There's gonna be lots of characters out in the world. They have to like satisfy picture requirements to get a picture of them. And they're adding a selfie function, which is permanent. Brian, do you ever dabble with the camera in video games? Like the photo modes and stuff?
Oh, God, no. Usually it's like the one time where they're like, here's how to use the photo mode. And I'm like, all right, neat.
They make you do it once?
Yeah, no.
So you do it once?
Or
you're like,
I was like, what the hell am I gonna do with these photos? I'm not gonna share them.
I love the idea of photo modes in games. The number of times I've used photo mode not just to be like, what am I looking at on that character's costume, is like I can count to 2. Like I also don't use it, but I know some people love some photo modes, and some people are gonna take some really fun pictures with the selfie function. And the examples they gave, there was like Wise posing, doing like deuces with Nicole in the background. So I wonder if they're going to have characters like in the world also pose with you, which would be really cool, right?
Oh,
like you could walk up to Ellen.
Oh, like do like Pokemon Snap, where like when you're taking their photo, they'll like MiHoYo Snap.
Like, they'll pose and like you can. It'll be fun. Like I love that they're adding that. That should be really cool. We're getting some other small events that I don't know much about. Things like immersive tactical drill, and then like a special operation, the Shiyu defense. I think the tactical drill one is just like an increased drop rate for talent resources, kind of like what they did for Zhu Yuan.
Yeah, where they just do the rate ups.
Was that actually like? Did you get more for using? I never used it because I don't have any.
Yeah, like when you did it, and it would tell you, it would be like the normal awards, and then it would be like it'd be a couple more of like. Just as a bonus, and it'd be like a once per day sort of thing.
It's a pittance, but you get it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like I'm farming that anyway because I need to level up Zhu Yuan, so it's a nice little like they're like, here you go. I know you just spent your whole paycheck trying to get this chick. We made it ever so slightly to level her up.
Yeah, and then you see what you need for like a level 8 talent. You're like, this was nothing. This didn't help me at all.
Oh God, yeah, no, I like grinded like spent all 300 energy today on Anby's skills, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna level them quite a bit. I'm like, or 3 times,
or 3 times, not much.
One skill 3 times.
It sounds like we're complaining. I like that element of these kinds of games. I like that there's like something I know I'm working towards.
Oh yeah, especially because the game's been out for a month now.
Like a month.
Yeah,
I have that problem in Genshin where I'm like, I know I need to burn my resin. I don't need to, but I like to. But I'm like, what do I need? Like, I don't even like. What do I actually need to go farm for?
See, I'm in the good spot of right now. I can't make bad choices because no matter what I farm, I need it.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't do discs yet.
Too late.
Because all right, cool. I think at like 45, you're guaranteed 2 gold discs, and at 50, you're guaranteed more.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, like, just getting the set bonuses is a big deal, but don't grind for like perfect stats or anything.
Oh, God. Are you
Not
kidding
when you have
me?
talents.
I don't even know what stats I'm supposed to be going for.
I just like the colors, man.
I saw a little info, and they said that Zhu Yuan needed these named discs, and
Get this.
I put them on there, and I don't know if it improved her performance, but it looks good.
I like that ZZZ makes it borderline dummy proof that they put the elements you should be, or the skills, the stats you should be working towards in yellow. So you're like, stop thinking this character needs crit damage. Just get that. Like, don't worry about it. They want crit. Most DPS want crit. So last thing, Brian, there was a letter to us from the team. They said this was their first game, which is exciting. So the way MiHoYo...
I didn't know they knew about us, and they're writing us letters.
Straight to us. The way Cognosphere games works, like the way their dev teams work, as far as I know, is like teams have their own project. So like, yeah, Genshin's been going on what, 6 years? Like a long time.
God, it feels like forever now.
It feels like a long time. I've been there since day one. I should know this. I don't know this. But like, they didn't take like half the Genshin team and go, now you're making ZZZ. So like that team was like, hey, we're new. We're excited. We're really excited to do more things for y'all. They said they're working on fixing things as much as they can, and they love the feedback they've gotten so far. It's just nice to have like some kind of dev communication.
Oh yeah, it goes so long, like to help. Like the other game I'm playing, First Descendant, like they do that. They do their little dev commentary, and so they're like, we're changing this, and this is like why we're changing it.
It's why, and
this is how we're going to plan on like addressing other issues. So you're like, okay, it's not just random like patch notes and they're like, we did this, and this. It's like, here's why, and you're like, oh,
okay,
it makes sense.
That makes sense.
Now I understand why all my math teachers always made me show my work instead of just giving them the final answer.
Yeah, it's not like the black box that produces your game every now and then. There's actually people in there.
Oh, you mean the black box of they're like, hey, we've made another game. We've taken all the mechanics from every game in the last 10 years and we've put it in. But don't worry, we've put it in way more times than you want to do that mechanic. It's fun twice. You have to do it 800 times.
We're going to play a fun game where I'm going to censor the company name you just said, and people can just guess who you're talking about. Based on like that very clear description of a very specific game company. So, Brian, let's wrap it up, man.
Right.
I think we've talked for a couple of minutes here. We do have a closing question here. I listed a whole bunch of things. What are you looking forward to the most?
I don't know. Well, now that I've got like 2 S ranks who just need Jane Doe, I kind of want to just go for her.
Just gonna go for Jane. You'd have time to save. You'd have like the whole like Ching Yi banner to save for Jane.
Yeah, but then I also want to go to Ching Yi.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to sit down and actually like knock out the story so that way I can experience the story as it comes out.
Do you want my unsolicited advice?
No.
Okay. Fine, then I won't. No. I'm excited for Jane Doe.
I've not gotten that impression from you.
Yeah, I've kept it pretty close to my chest. I wasn't gonna roll for Ellen originally. I was like just gonna save it all for Jane, and then I rolled for Ellen. But yeah, man, that's it. I appreciate your time, dude.
Yeah, anytime.
And we will be back to talk about ZZZ some more.
Or
We'll
will
catch y'all later.
Or
will we?
Everyone loves a cliffhanger.